Black-Winged Angel, the Guardian Heart Crystal series. Written by Amy Blankenship and R.K. Melton. Narrated by Jeff Bauer. Prologue. Darious. The monastery bells rang like an alarm, though no one was in the bell tower to pull the ropes. Lightning flashed across the courtyard as the storm appeared out of nowhere. The wind whipped mercilessly, bringing with it the harsh stench of death. A dark, ominous cloud appeared on the horizon, racing toward the monastery at breakneck speed. The monks, who made this monastery home, fell in like soldiers with their weapons of wood, bone, and gold at the ready. They had trained all their lives for this war, this moment in time, as their ancestors had for over a millennium. Sacred scrolls of power and magic were unearthed from the vast library and brought forth to do their work. Dark blue and amethyst cloaks billowed violently as the monks stood ready to fight a war they each had secretly prayed would not happen in their lifetime. Trained archers stepped forward first, their arrows strung and glowing with heavenly blue energy. They were silent, standing tall against an enemy none of them were able to truly defeat. As the cloud came closer, it was apparent that it wasn't a cloud at all, but a whole legion of demons set on destroying mankind. This monastery and the monks within were humanity's last and only hope. A deep, almost calming hum could be heard in the air as the monks cast their spells of protection, determination shining in their eyes. The sacred scrolls had foretold of the coming darkness that would unleash a plague of demons in their world. It was prophesied that once this battle was over, the surviving demons would scatter to the four corners of the earth, following the mystical guardians that had once protected this land as they protected the seal. Why the guardians and priestess had not yet appeared was a mystery to some, but to the elders it was no surprise. This was something that even the fates could not detour. An unspoken command was given, and the archers released their arrows into the plague that was bent on eradicating the world. Demons fell in the first wave, and the first archers fell back, only to have others step forward to take their place. More arrows flew over the once green fields, disintegrating demons in their wake. Their efforts, however, were fruitless. It seemed for each demon they destroyed, 10 would take its place. The archers fell back completely, and the sacred scrolls were unraveled. A barrier appeared around the monastery, but no one had the ability to call upon the complete power of the scrolls any longer. The Ancient Ones had written the scrolls, and through the centuries their full understanding had been lost. However, it was enough to buy the monks some time. Orders were given and the gates of the monastery were closed, locked with a seal of protection to give them a few more minutes. Each individual looked from one to the other, knowing this would be the last time they would see each other on this plane of existence. They all clung to the legends spoken of in the scrolls, of the one bound in chains by the demons searching to kill this world. It was written that during the time of the uprising, the demons would mistakenly turn their backs on him. Him, a child of untamed rage and melancholy, with the temperament of the darkest of angels and the power to close the portal, sealing the demons in this world but keeping others from following. It was this child that would hunt down the demons one by one and send them back into the realm of darkness where they belonged, claiming his vengeance against those that had imprisoned him for so long. Some legends in the scroll describe him as a god, while others say he is a devil that seeks to kill the gods to gain his freedom. They had given him a name, if for nothing more than to voice it in their prayers. Darious. The gates to the monastery groaned under the strain as the demons finally reached them. The thick wood cracked and splintered, while the seal holding it closed slowly weakened and finally broke. The gates opened, and like a tidal wave of death and blood, the demons swarmed in, claws and teeth ripping into human flesh. Oil drums lighting the torches fell over, covering some who were unlucky enough to be battling so close to them. The walls caught fire, creating an inferno that may have rivaled hell itself. The ground cracked open, and more demons poured out from beneath the monks' feet. The rain had begun to fall, sleeting over the fire-engulfed monastery that refused to bend to the whim of the elements. One by one the monks fell, choking on their own blood as they prayed for their salvation, for the prophecy to be released. Thousands of demons had already come through the portal, and the monks had no knowledge of a barrier strong enough to keep them from invading the lands around them. A great crack of thunder followed by a bright lightning burst across the sky caused a furious shock.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?